You are not gaining wisdom and growing if you still are the same person you were when the breakup happened, when the divorce happened. You're the same person.
Hi, I'm Shari Johnson with Beard & Warner. Welcome back to my channel. I have a video today of April Mason. She's on top of her game. She teaches women how to elevate their business through the feminine energy. Take a look.
Downloads to be intercepted by other things. So a lot of the people that people tag me in and want me to do my own thoughts on, or what I thought about what they said, you don't catch me doing that, because my job is not to bring anyone else into what the Creator has given me to share about what it means to actually be a woman, and being a woman of standard, as well as a woman who understands the importance of her femininity. So I don't watch other creators' content that are in the similar field as myself. But what I do, when I do see it, it's because some of you have maybe tagged me in and say, but what you think? And if you notice, I really don't have much to say, because my job is not to go back and forth. My job is to show you a different perspective, be it man or woman. So when I heard of his death, honestly, I was shooketh, and I didn't sleep good Friday night. And I believe that has to do with, at the end of the day, he was a creator in the creative influencer space, just as I am. Whether you liked him or whether you didn't, we all have our audiences. And I'm sure when I pass away, my audience is going to go into an uproar as well too. Those that love me are going to continue on with the message of femininity and making an identity switch and all of the wonderful things that I teach. And those that don't, they're going to say, well, they might be rejoicing. So at the end of the day, for me, he was a creator like myself in this space, and he carved out a space for his audience. The other side of this that I really want to focus on is two things. Number one, our health. We have to do better with taking care of ourselves and not running ourselves through the ground. And I've talked about this before, and I always talk about it from a more of a holistic perspective. When it comes to ladies, operating in your femininity will allow you to be able to rest. No hustle, no grind, right? I teach you that. Fellas, I teach you the same thing, as far as, yes, we expect you to go out there and get it, but we need you to take a break, and we need you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. Studies show, whether we like it or not, studies show that married men live 10 years longer than single men, right? And that's because they have someone checking on them. Because y'all fellas, y'all know y'all be taking care of yourself all the time. And you need us. We need each other, right? So that was big for me. And you guys know I had talked about my health scares. And, I had to take a break and make sure I was taking care of myself. So make sure you're taking care of your body. Number two is, which is the main thing, what love legacy are you leaving? Y'all know I talk about this all the time and how important it is. What love legacy are you leaving? What we have today is everybody has a voice. Everybody has an opinion, right? And a lot of it is not bringing us together as much as it's tearing us apart. So men want better women, women want better men. But what people are not understanding is, until you make an identity switch and become a better individual for yourself, you don't qualify for anybody better. So what love legacy are you leaving for your children? All of the going back and forth and he this and she that, it has to stop. What many may have a problem with me is the fact that I'm not team man or team woman. I'm team love, and let's get it together. I get on the men just as well as I get on the women. But in this climate, everybody wants you to take sides. But women have a lot of things to work on. Y'all know I share that. Y'all know that I always say a better man is a better man to a woman is a byproduct of her becoming a better woman. Vice versa to the fellas as well. So until we start to heal, until we start to look at our traumas, look at our relationship with our mothers, what love blueprint did our mothers and fathers leave us? Ask yourself, who taught me how to love? Ask yourself, who taught me how to be a wife? Who taught me how to be a husband? Nobody. Especially if you are coming from an African American household where majority of us we didn't see it. So now women are taught that their value comes from, I got a bag, I'm successful, right? I can go get it like a man can get it. But yet the type of man that you want, you can't get because he don't want those traits. Those are added bonuses. Those are the things that men choose women on. Fellas, you guys want to complain about women don't want average men. No, we don't. We don't want average thinking men. Stop putting yourself in being comfortable with fighting to be average. Average is a mindset. Average is not your bank account. Average is not your occupation. Average is a mindset. Okay? Stop being upset because women require a man to have his stuff together. Well, it's just how we're wired. The way that we are wired as women biologically, we are biologically wired to look for the best protector and provider. Well, ladies, men are wired to be drawn to more of the feminine woman. Those type of men are more drawn to that type of woman. They don't care about all of the other stuff. So we have to stop fighting to be right, fighting for our pain, fighting to be, for our stories to be heard. Talk to your therapist about your story. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want to be loved? Nobody's higher than the next. Men out here thinking they prizes. Women out here thinking they prizes, but what they're valuing themselves on, the opposite sex don't value that. So how you a prize, but I don't value what you bring in? How? So what Kevin Samuel's death showed me is the love legacy that we are not leaving. Do you want to die with a random? Ask yourself that. Do you want to die with a random? Nobody that you are building with, nobody that you're amplifying with, nobody that can be their companionship for you for the long haul, somebody that can be there when you're down, fellas, a woman that got you, that can create a safe place for you to lay your head in her lap. Do you want to die with a random? If not, we must ask ourselves, what are we doing? Of course, there'll be people in the comment section that want to argue. I don't care about them. That's hurt people. At the end of the day, nobody gives a damn about your story. What are you showing your kids? Your story doesn't matter. Y'all will go get the bag for your kids. You will work hard for your kids. You will go out and get the degrees and get the big house and everything and stress yourself out for the kids. Will you go let somebody love on you and be loved for the kids? Will you do that? Your story, we don't give a damn about your story. When you die and all of the monetary inheritance that you are leaving your kids, they go off and marry somebody and lose everything in the divorce because you did not have the courage, man or woman, to allow somebody to love on you and allow you to love somebody. What are we doing? What are we doing? The fighting and pointing the finger has to stop. It has to stop. You don't want to die alone. None of us do. Okay? Yes, for those of you, I went on the news talking about my cousin. Yes, because it was true. Y'all will never get an apology because I see that in the comments. Y'all won't ever get an apology from me from that. Why? Because it turned out to be true. Our attorney, Mr. Patterson, went to court. We found out it was all true. So no, I will not apologize for what I had to say. And for those that follow me, no, April Mason don't put herself into nothing unless she has other details. So no, yes, I am the same woman that went on and talked about what happened to my cousin because she got off because it turned out to be true. So let's leave that alone. That's in the past. We handled that. I paid for her attorney, okay? It was $5+ grand that I paid because I believed her. So let's leave that alone. This is what I'm talking about being in the past. It doesn't matter what your love life look like. What are you leaving for your kids? What random are you going to have by your side? Who's going to be at your funeral? What are people going to say about you when you die? That's what matters. So if anything, we need to stop pointing fingers and look at how we're freaking living our lives. Fellas, are you only valuing yourself based upon, I make 6 figures? Most of it is a low 6 figures. We don't give a damn. Why? Because we can make our money now. Now we want somebody that can treat us well. Emotional intelligence, spirituality, a good leader. Ladies, so what? You can go get a degree and get a bag. Who gives a damn? Men want somebody that, how does she make me feel in her presence? Is she operating in her femininity? Is her femininity a part of her lifestyle, or do she turn it on and off just for the man part? It has to stop. It has to stop. When was the last time you picked up a book to study the opposite sex so you will know how they function? Or did you only take what you saw your mama and daddy do, and you applied that as a healthy relationship? So now we all screwed up because of the toxicity that we saw from our parents. Ask yourself that. Am I perpetuating the same cycle because I'm refusing to get therapy? I'm refusing to let go. I'm refusing to let go of the girl in high school that didn't want me because I was maybe not been the most desirable young man. Now I'm in the gym and I got my money. Now I'm going to treat women any kind of way because now I look good and I got money. No, that's still rooted in hurt. It's still rooted in pain. It's still rooted in rejection. A lot of people want what they don't qualify for. So if that's the case and you want that over there, just qualify yourself. Ladies, qualify yourself. And qualifying yourself has nothing to do with how you look on paper. It doesn't. Fellas, qualify yourself. If I have another man walk up to me talking about, oh, you don't look like you date average guys, you damn right, because the average man wouldn't say that. I mean, only an average man would say that. Only a person that views himself as average. Well, why do you think I would date average guy? Because look at the kind of car you drive. Stop that, fellas. Stop it. Stop sizing women up thinking that you're not good enough. The only person that's telling you you're not good enough is yourself, because you deep down inside know you do not qualify. Ladies, stop the whole, they only want young women and all. They only want women that, that look this way. It ain't about your age. It's about how you carry yourself. Studies are showing that women over 40 are getting married at a double rate right now. Get off the internet and go freaking live. And a lot of it has to do with everything that you're doing is right here on these damn phones. So your whole life, because you don't have a life, is consumed right here. So now this becomes your God. This becomes your 3D reality. This becomes how you gauge how your life is going to go. Get out of the phone. Here in Atlanta, people get married every day. Every day somebody's getting married, but you guys are on the internet bitching and moaning about what somebody has to say about what you can have. Qualify yourself, fellas. Qualify yourself, ladies. Because once again, every day somebody's getting married. So it bumps the notion of folks don't want to get married. No, people are getting married every day. Get out the damn phone and go get a life. Get a hobby. Start hanging around people. Stop being that person that say, text me, don't call me. That's why we don't have human communication. That's why we don't know how to connect from a emotional standpoint, because everything is on these damn phones. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Get off the internet. Stop feeding into your weaknesses. Stop watching content that validate what you think you are not. Qualify yourself. Will you die alone with a random? Will you? What love legacy will you leave your children? In business, what legacy are you leaving your children that they can carry on after you die? What are you doing, people? You qualify yourself for everything else. When you went to get that degree, you were qualifying yourself for that job. Well, if you know the type of man or woman that you want in your life, you can visualize it, but you ain't there yet. Qualify yourself. Qualify yourself. Okay? Hold on, put my glasses on. Yeah, because I am. Y'all say I sound like I'm talking to y'all. Because I am. Because she is. I'm talking to each and every person that's running and hiding from love. I'm talking to everybody. Hey, Fred Jerkins. I'm talking to everybody. I had to do a check on myself. So everything I teach you, I teach to myself first. Fellas, do you want to die alone with a random? Some random chick you done picked up off the street that you don't know nothing about? Is that what you want? Do you want your kids to know about that in your obituary? Ladies, do you want your kids to never see you get loved on properly because you refuse to open up and choose better men? How is it? This always was interesting to me. How is it that we go off and go through a bad relationship but yet we go get another degree, we go make more money, we go get in shape, we go improve our lives. But when it comes to the love side, cuz I ain't got time for that. That means that you are not gaining wisdom and growing if you still are the same person you were when the breakup happened, when the divorce happened. You're the same person. Men don't really care for love the same women we do. I've been studying men for a long time. Men care about respect, but God damn it, they want to be loved too. Yes, they do. At the end of the day, everybody needs somebody. We come from a man and a woman. Only hurt people that